The North Split project was a great example of what Superior is. The Superior family would show up day in and day out, through the winters, through the nights, through the snow and the cold, and continue to build out this amazing infrastructure project.
The North Split project here in downtown Indianapolis comprises of about 50 bridge replacements and an urban interchange replacement.
There's about 3 miles of roadway, but there's a bunch of different alignments in those 3 miles.
All these bridges, they were built like 50, 60 years ago, and now they are not in good states. INDOT decided that we have to make some changes, especially with the traffic flow and then all the congestion.
This project, we had over 60,000 linear feet of pile.
250,000 square yards of pavement.
Miles of roadway being rebuilt.
There's 8 million pounds of rebar.
And over 36,000 cubic yards of structural concrete.
I think this project really brings a lot of access. Communities can live and die by what you can bring into that area. A fresh roadmap into the city, kind of unimpeded access, a quick flow of traffic, kind of gives everyone that sense of not having it be a burden to get downtown.
This is probably the most complex single project I've ever worked on, being the fact that it's in a downtown area, being a major intersection that is shut down and you have to do all the work at the same time.
Your typical INDOT job might be $30 million over the course of 2 years, and we're same time frame, 12 times as much work.
That just means that we need more people, more equipment, more materials, everything. So the craft people got all the way up to around 300.
The idea of burning 15,000 man hours a week was just is unheard of. It took a lot of planning and mobilization and getting things ramped up. And then once we were going, there was no stopping the train.
COVID-19 played a pretty big part early on.
A lot of things that were shut down, between plants that were making material, trucking that was delivering material. There was shortages of labor.
Our vendors were emphatic that they need 16 to 18 weeks before any order for anything to show up on site.
Once the train's moving, you can't pull one car out in the middle and just say, oh yeah, everything's gonna keep going fine. Everything behind it just piled up.
We really had to look outside the box in terms of how to stay on schedule and then really get ahead of some of those supply chain issues.
And I don't think there's another contractor out here that would have responded the way that Superior did, to add more people, to bring on more subcontractors, to focus on getting done on the schedule that INDOT wanted. There's no one that would have done that more than we did.
On any project like this, when you hear acceleration, the first thing that starts going is safety. Having to really hammer that home and focus going, we're going fast, but we're not changing our practices. If there's a safe way to do it, we're still doing it, even if it takes longer.
We've had 0 recordable incidents on this project.
The fact that we set 390 precast, pre-stressed concrete girders on the project without a single incident is just mind-boggling.
Superior as a company cares about safety, but we can see out in the field that every other personnel also has inherited that value, and everybody cares about their safety and people who are working around.
Building a project like this, we have the lives of public traffic within our hands. We as Superior, we want to make sure that what we build out there is a safe product and something they can drive on for the next 60 plus years.
I attribute the success to the empowerment that each person gave to their fellow employee, which was, we need you to step up here. Those people gained 10 years of experience in 2 years.
It was key that each member of the team is able to take on as much as they possibly can or would like to, and take full ownership of it. Having everybody bought fully in and able to give their all towards the common goal really helps everything come together.
I feel lucky that all of my managers, they trust me enough to see that I'll get it done, and then trust me with the responsibilities and giving me more.
When they see an individual that is, interested in taking more responsibility and wanting to grow, wanting to come up, they will do what they can to try push him there, whether if it's giving him a promotion or giving him a little bit more responsibility, get that individual to where they want to be 5 or 10 years down the road.
Integrity is probably the number one core value for Superior that has really shown the brightest on this project. And that's because we said we were going to do something, and we're going to do it.
We partnered with INDOT very early on to make sure that they are aware of what we're doing. We're going to hold to our integrity. We're going to be honest in everything we're showing, and then we're going to give you the backup to show it. We're all here in the community. We're not going anywhere, and I want to make sure that We don't burn bridges, so to speak, here.
We're a team for good reason. Those that have been able to brave it out and stick with us really have contributed to how we were able to overcome.
The team was working very, very long hours, a lot of 7-day work weeks, but when you go through that as a team, it really builds camaraderie.
I'd like to think we all function as one big family, and we allow time for everybody to deal with their personal lives.
We value family a lot, and I feel like that when I'm working with Superior. Whenever I have a problem, I don't feel like I have to do it on my own.
I think the biggest thing for everyone coming together was just showing up, coming through, knowing that something was going to go wrong and we were going to fix it. I think it was that attitude every day of what's wrong today, what are we going to do to fix it, and what can we do to help make tomorrow better.
We really believe that we have the best team, and we've accomplished the most in the shortest amount of time out of any project that's being built in Indiana.
The North Split symbolizes the greatest teamwork I've seen in my career. There's a lot of heart and a lot of sweat and even some tears poured into that project. There are a lot of long nights and a lot of cold days, but I'm so proud of the people who have come out on the other side.